think we're going live. We're trying to go live. Live in 3, 2, 1. And we're live. Good morning, all. Well, I got this window up and we can go there. All right, that's gone. Howdy ho, everyone. Hi. You're going to spill your cereal. Hi. And it's morning tool talk here. Red's not up yet, so I'm doing this. You know, he's not a morning bear. He really isn't. Perkins, how's it going, Rob Roberts? Or Rick Roberts. Sorry, I used to know a guy named Rob Roberts. They called him Bob Bobson. Your fifth period. Sorry, fifth period class. Fifth period? What time is it here? It's 7, something, 8, 9, 10. Who's in fifth period by 10 o'clock? Anyway, so I've had this thought about doing morning talk discussions. We get a lot of guys who listen while they drive and stuff like that, or listen while they're at work. And a lot of the stuff we've been talking about has been tool deals and stuff. And a lot of that stuff is very kind of like last minute kind of thing. So, or at least daily. So I was thinking about doing a daily morning kind of thing where we sit there and just go through the deals of the day. What do you guys think? Is that something you guys would find value in? So let me adjust the microphone there. Anyway, so we can talk about Home Depot. We can talk about Lowe's. We can talk about Ace. Because today's really the start date for a lot of these Spring Black Friday events. And yeah, I'm totally with you. Spring Black Friday is a completely contrived kind of thing. But what we got? The client graphics. Good morning. I need to make this window a little bigger so I can see what's going on here. Then we'll do that, and then we'll put it behind, and then I can... No, I can't pull it to the forefront. Well, can't be quite that big. We'll make it that big. There we go. All right. Peter Delcato, good morning. So we got that. We can talk about... Oh, who else we got here? We got... Oh, this was an interesting graphic I found. So just to give you an an idea, this is the top 10 hardware retailers. Now, this is last year, but I mean, if you think about it, that's, they're not going to have numbers for this year yet. So in the figure below, we zero on consumer-facing retail hardware chains, ranking the 10 largest U.S. companies as found in 2018. When they say consumer-facing, they're talking people with retail storefronts, like... You're not going to see like Gray Bar in here or any of the other business-to-business or wholesalers, that kind of stuff. This is going to be the place where anybody off the street can pull up your car, walk in the front door, and shop the aisles. And are you back in Montana yet? No. My head's definitely in Montana. But we're going to be end of May. First week of June. We're not quite sure. It's going to be in 2 waves. Because we're driving both cars up. So I may take off a little bit earlier to get there and prep the house and everything. Who else we got here? Can't afford any more deals this week. Did you people at Lowe's say how they will handle Cobalt warranties going forward? It will replace the Craftsman. No, so Cobalt isn't going away. It's ascending. It's attaining a new level of consciousness and leaving this the mortal world to live in the ether. It's going to be an online only product. Well, okay, it's not only. It's going to be, what was the number he? I think he said 80%. 80% of all Cobalt tools are going to be online only purchases. and they're going to really push them in the ads and especially on the apps. They're going to try and push all these like deal of the day stuff and everything to get you the Cobalt stuff. And they said they're going to do ship to store, but I think they're still trying to figure out exactly. He didn't sound too confident on the whole free ship to store thing. I don't know about that part, but I've talked to about 5 different people within Lowe's, and one as high as a district manager. That's the highest I've talked to. Well, no, that's not true. I got a anonymous contact from somebody who said they're at corporate. I didn't get anything more than that. But I don't know what their rank at corporate is. Got that Ryobi miter saw at Home Depot for $129. Cool. How do you like it? The drive to Montana is... Well, I do it in 2 days. How long is it? It's... Let's do this. Las Vegas to... what was it? Las Vegas to Livingston. For any of you who were fast enough who saw my search thing up there, you get an idea of what I'm working tonight. That's not the Livingston I'm looking for. I'm helping some people do a live stream event tonight in Vegas. I'd talk about it more, but it's not appropriate for this channel. Flights. I don't want flights. 12 hours and 43 minutes. So, yeah, it is a long drive. Parts of it are really beautiful, and parts of it are kind of boring. The southern Idaho, not Idaho, southern, there are parts of Idaho that are, I like Idaho. It's parts of southern Utah. Once you get past like St. George in that area where you're out of like the Zion National Park area and the beautiful bluffs and stuff, up until you get like near Provo and stuff, it's kind of boring. Long, flat drives. You get the mountains to one side to look at. None of it's as bad as like driving through like, say, Bakersfield or Kansas. 200 miles? No. We do. Basically, I usually drive from here to Salt Lake City, spend the night in and around Salt Lake, and then drive up into town the next day. If I'm gonna do it just by myself, I'll probably like find a rest stop and sleep in the truck because, you know, I'm a guy and I don't need all that. Drove to LA in 2 days from Great Falls. Yeah, that's a long drive. That is a long drive. DUI and everything else. That's a great name. And they love the price. Anyway, so this, what I was showing you here is just give you an idea where everyone stands as far as sales and such. So Lowe's or Home Depot's way over here, doing $100 billion a year. Lowe's is at $68 billion. They're still in the running. People are like worried like, oh, Lowe's is closing stores and stuff. Lowe's is just, I don't know. They've got this new management team in there that they're trying to streamline. I think they really want to keep up with Home Depot. They used to be bigger than Home Depot. They used to have more stores than Home Depot. Even when Home Depot had bigger stores and more square footage, they still had more locations. And Home Depot's just pulling away from them. Menards is way back here. Honestly, I'm surprised Menards isn't bigger. The only reason they're not is because the people who own Menards are not willing to leverage the snot out of their stores. And they're trying to grow organically. Because Menards have great stores. I'm not. I know a lot of people are a fan of their Master Force stuff. I'm not a huge fan of that stuff, but it's a great store. They run them really well. They're always clean. I mean, okay, I haven't been in one in years, so that's kind of a bit much for me to make that claim. But then after Menards, you got Harbor Freight. Now, I understand Harbor Freight's got 1,000 stores at this point. You got Sears, Hometown and Outlet, Northern Tool, Sutherland's. I didn't realize Northern Tool was quite in that running. I don't even know who McCoy's is. Westlake, Ace Hardware, and Mead Lumber, yeah. So anyway, I just thought that'd be some interesting information. Yeah, well, this is Sears Hometown and Outlet. This is a spin-off of Sears. So, and this is their spring Black Friday here. Let's take a look at it, shall we? See what they're up to. You know, it's funny is I keep seeing this thing pop up for Sears. They do carry a lot of the same stuff. All right, so they come from a lot of the same suppliers and such. But this thing, it looks just like the Cobalt kind of setup. What we got here? We got some Craftsman wide 8 drawers. This is the one I saw in store. This has got the hardwood top. This picture doesn't do it justice. It's a nice looking cabinet. This is okay. It's not hardwood. It's I don't know if it's MDF or HDF. I think it's HDF with a painted surface. The top piece there. It's like 1 inch thick. It is hard. It did not feel like soft MDF. So that HDF is like this kind of stuff you see like office desks and stuff made out of, where they do the high pressure treatment. The combo kit here for $109. Man, they still have the old 19.2 lithium ion drill drivers. You know, these things are not bad. I know a lot of guys who use these professionally and have for years. All right. Darth Maul's in the house. Scout, how's it going? Tech Gorilla. We don't need a reason to hang the bear. The closest Menards. Well, there's not a Menards anywhere near me. People keep asking, when are you going to do a walkthrough of Menards? And they don't realize that Menards is a regional store. They think it's national. Because as big as it is, you would think it's a big national chain. Sorry, guy. Gotta have my caffeine in the morning. Oh, by the way, Tech Gorilla. I was trying to wait till mailbox or mailbag Fridays, but I couldn't. You guys can see this. The bear is in the house. Look at the detail on it. Is this SLA? Because the detail on this bear is amazing. And he didn't just send us one bear. There's Daddy Bear, and there's Mama Bear, and there's 4 little bears to go with it. These are awesome. You should have heard the squeals from the kids. And I was trying to wait until Duncan was back, but he's off at his mom's this week. So he's going to lose his mind over this. This is just insane. Are we in the future? It's my bucket of cheese. What's up, Kim? What's up? It can't help but notice the very Thursdayness of today. Oh, you know, I didn't change the name of the live stream, did I? What does it say the live stream is? Does it say it's Saturday? I didn't even think about that. You see, it's morning and I'm not firing on all my cylinders. I don't know if I can change it. Hold on here. Let me do this. Sorry, guys. Just a moment. Pardon us for these. Saturday. Okay, how about Morning Tool Talk Live. My changes are being saved. The thumbnail's still going to be wrong, isn't it? Who knows? Let's see here. If I can do a quick thumbnail. Please stand by. All operators are taking a coffee break. If I were a thumbnail, where would I be? Here we go. And let's edit that. And you know what I can do? We can have some fun with this. Windows capture. There we go. So you can see how all the high-end technology we use for this. So, yes, this is Microsoft Paint. Get that out of there. It's not Saturday. And it's not night. So let's do... Oh, it's spring. So let's do this. And we're going to do... and then we'll make it all italics and stuff. And don't worry, we'll be back to the tools here in just a minute. But there we go. Morning Tool Talk Live. Did I spell morning right? The Bauer 1/4 inch impact. Morning Tool Talk. All right. So let's file save as. Not SEMA. I filed my application for the SEMA show. If you guys don't know, that's the big automotive show in Vegas every year. What we got here? OBS recording studio, channel stuff. Morning Tool Talk. Alright. There's that. And let's change the thumbnail to Morning Tool Talk. There, that might take a minute or two to update. Let's see if we can turn the chat back on now. Hey, there it is. Look at that. In no time flat. Alright, don't tell anybody the secret sauce on how we do all that with the magic of technology. Dennis Toolbox, good morning. How you doing? The Bear followed your instructions on how to use Slick Deals. I got a Briggs & Stratton 4-gallon air compressor for $19. Was that the one from Walmart? Because Walmart's been having some huge deals out there. Did I see the new Earthquake 20 volt? Yeah, actually, I did a leaked thing on that about 2 months ago. It was in the middle of another video, and I just threw it in there as a little special, thing for the people watching that video. There we go. Bear, a bit off topic, but are you a huge Golden Knights fan too? I'm not a huge Golden Knights fan, but I played hockey since I was 7, and the oldest cub, he plays hockey, and the youngest cub, he wants to get into hockey, don't you? Want to come say hi?
Hi.
Come here. Come closer. There he is. All right, and you already said hi.
Hi.
You got to come closer so you can get the window. There she
I
is.
do hip hop.
Yeah. She said she wanted to do hockey. She lied. We're putting her up for adoption now. So anyway, we do follow hockey some. We like to go to the games. We like to go to the practices, actually, because they're free. Yeah, Vince at Walmart. All right. Reminder, anyone else is new here? Thank you, Tech Gorilla. Let's see here. Stopped by Lowe's yesterday, and I'm really thinking about giving the new Craftsman cordless tools a try. Try the brushless stuff. I have not. I looked at the brushed stuff, and it is just junk. I have not looked at the brushless. If you're going to get something from them, and I know a lot of times I say that the difference between brushed and brushless is negligible. But one of the things that I didn't think about that actually needs to be taken into account is that when they do make the brush or the brushless stuff, not only is it brushless, but they use better quality materials throughout the whole thing. So the whole build quality of the entire product is better. It's not just the brushless technology making it better. They just make the whole tool better because it's a higher end product. They're trying to sell it for more. The short answer to it is we're not huge fans, but we're medium fans to that Golden Knights hockey. Wait, what was that? Living a Dream, something about that. Living the dream, living the nightmare. Okay. One of my neighbors had a booth for his artwork at SEMA a few years. A booth for his artwork at SEMA? Did he do like automotive art or something? Closest Walmart's 120 miles away. Where do you live? Mexico? Let's see here. Red Wings. Hey. Any thoughts on the best brand for routers? For trim router, Bosch is probably and always been the de facto router company. You'd be hard pressed to go wrong buying a Bosch router. Ridgid makes a decent router, but it's not standard in the size. The barrel on the router is a little bit bigger than everyone else's, so you can't use it in a lot of the accessories. I like the Dewalt trim router. They have a great little trim router. What would you pick? 3 amp hour Ryobi or 6 amp hour Ryobi? It depends on what I'm doing. If I'm on a job site all day, I'd go with the 6 amp hour. If I was working in my shop at home, I wouldn't because it's a big, heavy ass battery. A Ryobi fishing reel? Really? Is it green? It's probably blue if it's 20 years old. Do not buy Craftsman. Yeah, people always saying stuff. Montana, everything's 120 miles away. It depends on what part you're. I mean, Livingston, that's the nice thing about Livingston. Livingston feels like a small town, and it is a small town, but you can get to Bozeman, which has about everything, in half an hour. And it's a beautiful drive when the wind isn't trying to blow you off the pass. Harbor Freight makes some good routers. I've heard that. I've not tried them. Searching for Signal. That's a cool name. Just sold my Dewalt 20 volt nailers and upgraded to the cordless Hitachi nailers. Oh yeah. What was I gonna say about router? The routers I have right now is I got some old stuff. I got two, I think they're 1.5 horsepower, solid base Black & Deckers. I think one's a 1.5. And then I've got a Rockwell, a very nice small Rockwell trim router that is, it would be my favorite if my wife hadn't dropped it and broken the plate on it. Hey, Tech Gorilla, maybe I can get you to print me a replacement plate. Or maybe I could just set my 3D printer up and do some work. I didn't catch that. By the way, Tech Gorilla, did you answer my question? What did you print these on? Because the resolution on this is insane. Where's my... I usually keep a magnifying glass around my desk somewhere. If I could find anything around my desk... I would probably not be at my desk. Now, I got glasses. Let's take a look at this. Man, yeah, you're hard-pressed to even see layers on this thing. If I had to guess, I would say this is SLA. But oil is getting ready for power washing. You should get a router plate with a dust shroud. Yeah. Have a CNC mill. We can make a plate from aluminum. Yeah, I used to have a CNC. That's where I got the, or why I had the Dewalt trim router. I use Bosch bits for everything. And I have some skill ones. Some cheap ones. The Ender 3 using Cura's fuzzy skin experimental settings. Wow. That is... So, alright, I'm not familiar with the Ender 3. What style is that? Is that a... It's not an SLA, that's an extruder. And is it a Delta or is it... I can't remember the term for the XYZ one. It's not Carcassonne, it's Anyway, start with a C. Searching for signals says rebranding my entire handyman contracting business because I'm tired of explaining why I named it such. Low voltage contractor. Yeah, I could get that. I used to do a lot of low voltage stuff. Okay, I don't. Oh, Menorca. Hey, he's in the house. And Serafel, how's it going? Sandblast the printings. I've never thought of sandblasting the printings. You can use, whatchamacallit? Oh, what's that cleaning solution that eats... What do I melt my radio with? What do you call that stuff?
Not turpentine.
Not turpentine. It was... I can't remember what it is. Man, see, I haven't had enough... Carson, that's it. Okay.
What is it?
No, we're talking about a 3D printer kind of thing.
Acetone.
All right. Yeah, it was acetone. Acetone, that's what it was. So you can take 3D printed objects, take like a coffee can, and put a piece of metal in the bottom, and then fill it up so that the bottom with acetone, but so it doesn't cover the top of the block of metal. Put your print on the metal, cover it, and the fumes will slowly glaze over the surface. You can also use a paintbrush and paint it on. Thinking about getting the Walmart Hyper-Tough 20-volt drill driver. Any thoughts? I don't know if you saw my review last summer. I compared it versus the Warrior, and the Warrior was slightly better. But, that said, there's more stuff now in the Walmart line. How good it is, I don't know, but if you're going to invest in a battery system, that's going to be, better. The question is that I have for you is, is it feasible for you to go up, because what is that, like $25, $30 for that thing? Could you go up to like the $50 range? Because at that point you can get into the Bauer line, and the Bauer is a whole evolution past the Warrior and the Hyper-Tough stuff. Acetone only works on ABS. PLA is not affected by acetone. I didn't even know that. I don't do a lot with PLA, so. Brad, if I didn't say good morning, by the way. Good news, travelers. Morning, Scal. I type slow. The free ones are heavy duty and really good for storage and light. Easy to change battery. Okay. How long until Harbor Freight offers 3D printers? What would be the name? The Cosmo. Hey, here's something for you. Let's talk Harbor Freight. All right. So something, if you want to know what's going on with Harbor Freight, what tools they're probably going to come out with new stuff in the not so distant future, one of the tricks you do is you go over here and you go to clearance. Because if they're clearing it out, it's probably because they're about to replace it with something. And type with my forehead. So they usually there's like 2 or 3 pages in clearance, and right now there's practically nothing. But what is here is interesting. So they still got this 1 horsepower wood shaper, which, by the way, is not a bad little thing. If you're talking about you want a router, if you want a router that you're gonna just put in a router station anyway, get this thing. $250, you get the full station with a power switch and everything else. You can, you got a built-in dust collection system and everything else. And for those of you who don't know what a shaper is essentially a permanently mounted higher horsepower router. A router table is just basically a mock-up of a shaper, where you can take the router, bolt it to the table. A shaper is a dedicated router. And as I said, usually pretty higher horsepower. That said, you can also often find them used on Craigslist for a decent price. Because most people don't have a clue what they are anymore. Let's see here. Then let's keep going here. We got the air nailer, the dry gauge. What's up, Mrs. DeBear?
Looking for my grabber.
Oh, look. Don't know what you did with it. 2-in-1 floor nails. Okay, where's the interesting stuff? Come on. Compact die grinder. They're still getting rid of these are the dies for that press. Bench bar and rod bender. $50. I might get that. I've been looking for something like that. Compact metal bender for $40. All right, here's where we get interesting. All right, the stand for the finishing hammer. I keep thinking it's the English wheel. The 80 amp inverter stick welder, that little stick welder they've had up there forever, is on sale. The plasma cutter. All right, Brad, you taking off? Hold on, I didn't see what's going on here. Going to work. You people in your work. Yeah, I always try to bring the kids and have them do a purchase and stuff. Just curious, is there a tool you actually spend top dollar on because of the quality difference between brands? What you call it? Not in hand tools, but like the bandsaw. Like, I will buy a Grizzly bandsaw because it is so much leaps and bounds ahead of everybody else, and you can't really get close to it. In fact, I'm planning to do an experiment. I'm thinking about picking up the Harbor Freight bandsaw because it's gotten so cheap these days. With that 25% off coupon, you can get it for under $300, and I'm trying to see if I could buy that and mod it to get it to within spitting distance of the Grizzly for less money. So, but that's just going to be for an experiment, just to see if I can do it. But yeah, like the Grizzly I would buy for something like that. But in tools, the thing with tools, guys, is that it's not rocket science. They've been making these tools, they're just not that big of a difference. I mean, everyone wants to sit there and say, well, you know, the Milwaukees are so much better than... It's an electric motor. It's not that big of a difference. I mean, if somebody wants to build a good quality tool that will last a long time, they can do it. The only reason that it's a question is whether that company wants to spend the money and how much profit margin they're willing to take. Yeah, the solar lights, those are a good buy. David, glad we can be a help. Princess Auto. For me, I pay top dollar for good USG drill bit. You know, the drill bits, for drill bits, I use two types of drill bits. I'll use some high-end drill bits, and, you know, for, like, router bits, where the finish is important, or if what I'm doing is an important piece. But if it's, like, if I'm doing, like, something kind of experimental and sketchy kind of stuff, I always have a cheap set that I use for that also. I don't like to use my good, you know, drill bits on everyday stuff if it's just like, you know, I'm throwing together a mock-up, or, you know, I'm building something for, you know, where the finish isn't important. So that way I save them. I don't have to worry about breaking them. And the cheap stuff is just so cheap. Like the drill bits from Harbor Freight, the Warrior ones for $10. Let's see here. Ingersoll Rand, yeah, Ingersoll Rand is huge in automotive. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up with the lives with the chat here. Have you heard about the new Milwaukee drill bits with lifetime wear? I've heard about them. I'm still waiting for all that stuff to kind of pan out. I was actually thinking about doing a video on drill bit testing, basically buying all the high-end drill bits and seeing which ones actually stand up. I'm still trying to work through how I would test it and try to keep it somewhat scientific, because anybody can just grab a drill and ram it into you know, a screw and just go to town with it. But then the question is, you know, well, did you go longer with this one than that one? Was did you get one screw where the head was softer than the other? Did you, you know, and then people also accuse you like, well, you don't like, you know, Dewalt, so you pushed harder on those. And the thing is, I don't like Dewalt. When I say I don't like Dewalt, it's not because they, like, said mean things about me. I don't like Dewalt because the tools that they've made are junk. If they started making good tools and at a reasonable price, I would like Dewalt. So I'm not biased against them. They've earned it. That's not a bias. Buenos dias, señor. Sorry, my Spanish is not too great. My French isn't much better. Okay, my French is better, but it's not that much better. My German is Guten Tag. That's about it. Good morning, Bear. Thinking about getting the Bauer half-inch impact versus earthquake. What's your thoughts? I would only get the earthquake if you do automotive for a living. If you are a DIYer, or even if you're like just getting started and you're like, you know, a gypsy mechanic or something like that, I would get the Bauer and I would get the extended warranty. And I'd only get the extended warranty if I was like doing it, like I was making money off the tool, because that way you can replace it and you're back up and working. I just got the Bauer Impact. Come here, you little frickin'. Anyway. Got the box right here still. It's out in the garage. It's a beast. It really is. What's up, little bear?
You want me to get it?
No. You want to go get it?
Yeah.
All right, go get it.
What is it?
It's on the cart, the lifting cart, the big red drill, the big one.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Let's see here. Vinny the Mooch. What do you do with all the testing items you've purchased after you're done filming? Most of them, they stick around the shop because I'm often going back to them to compare different items to them. So I thought at first that I would just like get something and then get rid of it. But you have to lean in all the way. Come on. There he is. All right. So there, he ran out to get it for me. This thing is, and I've got the, what is it? Oh, hi, Labrador. I don't think you're going to be tall enough. I don't have the window big enough. This is the 3 amp hour battery on this. I got to say, I think the battery, this is the same size as, hold on. What's up, beautiful? You want to say hi? Come here.
Hi.
Yeah, come closer.
Hi.
There she is.
I love you.
I love you too. You got lipstick on?
Maybe.
Yeah,
You'll never know.
Sorry, I hate kissing a woman who has lipstick on it. It feels like you know those old wax lips. I'm old enough to remember, you know, them selling those at the corner store. I hated those things. Now the wax Coke bottles, totally different thing. Anyway, so this is the 1/2 inch, and as I say, this could be a 4 or 5 amp hour battery based on the size. I think it's a little silly, but apparently they're going to be coming out with bigger ones because in some of their verbiage on some of the tools, they recommend a 3 amp hour or larger battery, which means, and previously when they've put stuff like that out, they've meant it. Like on the Hercules stuff, they talked about, you know, can charge 20 volt or 12 volts, and then they came out with a 12 volt. Sorry. There we go. Let me catch back up with all the chats here. Looking for a 12-inch compound mount saw, Hercules or Hitachi. Man, I love the Hercules one. If you can see, I've done a video on it. I use it all the time. When I'm not using it, folds up on the stand and sits in the corner. I think it's great. I saw a small test review on the VCG channel. They seemed nice, but I'm just a regular DIYer. I like the VCG guys, Vince over there and such, and Mr. Slippery Bits. I watch their stuff, and I try to drop in when I can. Their testing's not very scientific though, and he gave some defense about it not being scientific, and that's fine because, you know, they're real world guys they use this stuff in the real world. The problem is the guys listening to it don't get it a lot, and I get a lot of their fanboys, especially the Milwaukee fanboys. Oh, such totally beat, blah blah blah. Yeah, what I found with TTR is whatever tool Vince is holding is the tool that wins, because Vince just knows how to use the tools better than the other guys on his crew, and that's what's going to happen. You know, he's been doing this a long time. When you get to that level where you don't even think about it, you've just held the tool so long, you're at a different level and understand its functions and stuff better, and he can drive it better than the other guys on the crew. So if you know that when you're watching it, it's entertaining, it's fun, and you can get good takeaways because you can see how it performs and you can make your own judgment call. Don't go by what the scoreboard says. That's just for fun. Anyway, so I should do a video on how to watch TTR. Looking for a 12-inch compound. We talked about that. What about Canada? Okay, sorry. Add tools. What do you do with... Oh, we already talked about that. Sorry, guys. North of Toronto. Ooh. I have to bring my wife on my channel when I go live. Curls and tools get the views. Yeah. I gotta say, you know, I used to do the Saturday night stuff by myself, but you guys really liked it when we bring the wife and the whole family on. So, you know, I like including the family. We're a family kind of person. What's your opinion on Husqvarna? I love Husqvarna. And not just saying it. I mean, okay, I love saying it, but no. It's, I think Husqvarna is great. Dean Perkins says, I'm basically dead set on getting the M12 fuel drill and impact, but I'm worried that I might need a cordless tool with more powers. Any opinions? If you need more than the M12 fuel, I mean, that's a pretty powerful little set. You're going to have to, if that's even an issue, then go with the 12 volt. I mean, they make 12 volt compacts. Milwaukee makes some great compact, you know, 18 volt stuff. It's not much bigger than the 20 volt or the 12 volt. Too many numbers. Great talking to you. Hey, how's it going? Man, I cannot stand VCG. The way they talk, kill it for me. Too many fanboys. Yeah, they really cater to the fanboys, which is one of the reasons why my channel is not growing as fast as theirs. If you look at AVE, man, he's got 1 million viewers, but he just completely kowtows to the, as I call them, the tool bros. The guys who don't want to use their head. They just want to act like tools are sports teams. And yeah, totally, you know, look at the, I did Dewalt sucks, and then I did a Milwaukee sucks. The Dewalt video has way more views than the Milwaukee video, But the Milwaukee video, I've gotten death threats because of that video. I've gotten just, you wouldn't believe my filter. So anybody who writes a comment that's like over the top and uses a bunch of curse words, YouTube automatically doesn't publish it, puts it into a catch-all for those. And that's just filled with Milwaukee fanboys just calling me all sorts of names. I was thinking about doing a video where I just read them so you guys can see what Milwaukee fanboys are like. I don't get it. This is, if you're doing this for a job, it's just idiotic. You can't be like, well, they're just the best because they are, and they're red, so the red ones are better. You got to use your brain, man. No company is perfect. Anyway. Live in Wisconsin. Hey, Bear, how do you find a 56-inch bottom box? How do you find a 56-inch bottom box? I'm confused. Maybe you can rephrase that question, like, how do you find a good deal on one? Or what do I think of the 56-inch ones? Justin Dow. Have you checked out Justin Dow's channel? He just got a 56-inch Harbor Freight bottom box and installed it at his shop. He's got a couple videos on it. One of them, he almost kills himself unloading it. That's really funny. Now, I give him grief. I like Justin. Justin and his dad, they're two good guys. And they're just honest, hardworking, everyday folk. So check out both their channels. My tool consists of a pair of pliers, several hammers, 5 Ridgid pipe wrenches, and a very big 4,000-foot tape. That's a lot of tape measure. Bill Proctor, morning here in Vegas. Hey, Bill, how's it going? Hey, I'm going to be at an event tonight, not as the Bear, but if you're in Vegas and you saw my pop-up real quick. All right, is there anyone under 18 on here? Anyone? Guys, call them out if there are. Just a Ryobi fanboy. I'm a fan of stuff, but I'm a fan because they've earned it. And you've heard me. I have a video on the top 10 things not to buy from Harbor Freight. I talk about not buying stuff from Harbor Freight. I have people at corporate at Harbor Freight who hate my guts because they launched their brand new shiny table saw, and I didn't say it was miles better than the Dewalt, and they were pissed about that. I call it as I see it, G-rated. Okay, so this is going to be a PG-13 rated comment. I'm not going to post a picture. But if you do a search for events in Las Vegas tonight, this is April 4th, MMA events Las Vegas, April 4th. Hello. Sorry, my spam moto. Quiet, moto. You will see the event that I'm working at. I'm helping them with their live stream. I'm going to be a consultant on site and a VIP guest. So, I'm a huge MMA fan, just so you know. I used to work out with some of the top MMA guys back when I was younger and in shape. And this is not that kind of MMA. Morning from Chatsworth, California. How's it going, Kurt? I can't remember what it was like to be 18 years old. My alter ego is 18. Yeah, my wife says my alter ego is 5. Deborah Lynn. I'm my gosh. Where's Mrs. Bear? Deborah Lynn says hi. You look so nice this morning.
Thank you. Hey, I'm trying to rescue the children from their shoelaces that are knotted. So, everyone have a great day. We're having a field trip today.
Oh, where are you going? Hoover Dam? Mm-hmm. I wanted to go to the Hoover Dam. No one ever takes me to the Hoover Dam. That's a damn shame is what that is. Go on, muskrats.
I can't. It's me.
I love you.
I want to go. It's so fun.
Speaking
of, we can see the
move.
We can see the generating room.
The what?
We gotta see the generating room.
The generating room. Yeah. I need a taser. Go get ready for school. Sorry, it's morning time here, trying to get the muskrats out. Anybody's under 18? Okay, so Brandon, hey, how's it going? Amos is here. Sounds like a damn fine adventure. Thank you, Jeremy. Good one. You should get your damn dog. They're going on a damn trip. They're going to have a damn good time. Anyway, so if you've had a chance to go over to Google and look up the event for tonight, you understand what we're talking about. And push you over. All right. You know what? I think we're all adults here, so we'll just show you. If I could spell lingeries. Yes. That's what I'm working tonight. All right. There you go. So, all sorts of fisticuffs and stuff is going to be happening. My moderator finger is tingling. Be sure not to wake up Megatron. Antonio, how's it going? Good morning. What about the Carbide Matrix driver bits? You know, I haven't tried those. I need to. They're constantly coming out with new bits and stuff, and I have not taken a look at those. But anything with Carbide's got to be good. I have 54 young virgin ears. Nice, Deborah. Woohoo, Bear. It's your birthday. It's Nirvana. Is it Nirvana? You want to sing happy birthday?
Happy birthday to you.
That was something. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday
to you. Happy birthday to you. Up here.
Happy birthday,
dear Nirvana. Happy birthday to you. There we go. Happy birthday.
The kids will eat a cake for you today.
No. Move, Griff.
I found something.
Nope. You got to go to school.
Have a great day.
What did the fish say when he swam into the wall? Say what you want doing in the future. Let's see here. All right. Very nice, yes. Very off tune is what that was. All right, so we talked about the Harbor Freight stuff. Let's talk about what's going on at Home Depot. So this is Home Depot's whatchamacallit, their Spring Black Friday event, the power tools. This is the 12 volt stuff they've got going on. We're gonna search by low to high, 21 packages. The M12 Corla Hacksum. Yeah, again, I'm not a fan of the Hacksaw unless it's the fuel one. The brushless free M12 Hacksaw. This looks like a neat kit. You get the drill driver plus the multi-tool. The 12 volt multi-tool is a nice little multi-tool. Yes, it's not as versatile as the Ryobi or the Ridgid one, but as far as just basic multi-tools go, that's your phone. That's not my phone. Here's an interesting combo: the grease gun and multi-tool. Am I missing the theme behind that one? Let's see here. Amos is building a duck chicken coop. That sounds like a fun day.
A chicken coop?
And duck.
Oh.
Ducks and chickens living together must be the end of the world. Not a fanboy of anything 12 volt. Have you tried the Milwaukee 12 volt? The Milwaukee Fuel 12 volt stuff is insane. This thing right here, this rotary hammer, who would think that a 12 volt rotary hammer would be useful? This is a tiny little beast. The Ryobi cock gun. You know, I want to get one of those power cock guns because I am the worst at laying down a bead of cock. But I don't know what it is. It's like my hands have two settings, off and on. And just being able to press a button and leave a smooth bead. Yeah, you got to be doing a lot of greasy to justify that. Duck Ranker the other day. Why are we not in focus? Who's not in focus? Am I in focus? Who's not in focus?
Who's on first?
We're gonna get to the Ryobi stuff here in a minute. When you maintain pump jacks, yeah. Do the larger 12-volt batteries give the tools more oomph, or does that not matter? It does. It doesn't really give it more oomph, but when a motor peaks, it dips into. Think of it as like a pond. The battery. Think of the battery. Where's the camera? There we go. Think of the battery as like a pond, and the power band is like an arc, and if that pond is deeper, it doesn't bounce off the bottom like it will. So you'll get more efficient use out of like a 5-volt battery or 5 amp hour battery than you will out of 1.5. The other thing is also usually on the bigger batteries, they usually use better cells that have better characteristics to them. And then you also have some that have high output where they're designed to push that power out faster. So there's a lot of cases where having the bigger battery on it makes for a better tool. Power cock guns are the bomb. You just use the G word and the B word in one sentence. We're going to get banned on YouTube here. I'm kidding. Okay, maybe I'm not focused. Was it the camera not focusing? Anyway. Let's see here. Sorry, Milwaukee's coming out with a high output set of batteries for their 12. I'm guessing you mean 12 volt, yeah. All right, let's go through some more of these combos. This bandsaw, it's a very specific use bandsaw. It's almost entirely plumbers who use this thing because it's the throat on that is so small. There's really not much use for anything else. But for that use, like this combo right here, if you're a plumber, man, if this was a fuel, this would be a great combo. All right. So let's take a look at some of the other stuff they got here. This Dewalt, no, the other one. Hold on, let me find the other one I was looking at. So this Dewalt set. Now I know you're thinking like I'm talking Dewalt. Chrome Vandium Mechanics tool set, 192-piece tool, SAE combo wrench set, and you get this little 8-piece over here. What's up? Oh, this kind or no, this kind? That kind. All right. Hold on, is that it's not the right ones. Here we go. Sorry. Anyway, so this is a nice little set for $150. It's normally $250, so you get $100 off. Come on. Let's see. Oh, you're not gonna let me put the whole thing on the screen, are you? All right. So. And if I hover, it won't change. What if oh, there we go. So, Dean Perkins, I'm thinking about getting that 229 combo kit impact. Does that look good? Hold on. We're talking about the Milwaukee one. They're all decent deals. There's no screaming deals. You know, when they say Black Friday, you think there's going to be a screaming deal. And none of the power tools, none of the Milwaukee stuff I've seen has been a screaming deal. There's some good deals. They're all decent deals. And you can't really go wrong buying the Milwaukee stuff. let's see here. Hold on. Let me make sure I... Did I accidentally time out somebody?
Hello, Moto.
Oh. Hold on, guys. Talk amongst yourselves. Sorry about that. Had a phone call from the guy I'm going to be helping out tonight.
Allergy meds. Then I'm leaving, I swear.
That motor can toss us through. Let's see here. All right. Okay. So getting back on track. So we talked about the Milwaukee stuff. I said none of it's a great deal, but there are some decent deals, and you can't go wrong. There's just better options in some cases, like the hacksaw kind of thing. I would go with the fuel. Basically, you got to look at what your needs are, and it's really hard to say if I don't know exactly what you're going to be using it for. Jim says he's willing to spend a little bit more on made USA tools if they're quality. That's exactly the way I feel, which is why I'm a fan of SK Tools and actually all the Ideal Industries stuff, Western Forge and all that stuff, because it's all made in the U.S. And if you can get a good price on it, why not? Did someone get timed out? Is there an issue going on here? So, yeah, we do try to keep it G-rated. I know every once in a while when we might have an adult moment, but we never really go above, PG-13. Have you ever approached Harbor Freight about sponsorship? They send me tools to review, but that's about it. I don't think I'd want to have an actual sponsorship with them. Maybe, I don't know. I always thought that would be a bad idea, but I'm always willing to consider things. I have a flexible mindset because I realize that I'm not perfect. I don't know the ins and outs of everything until you take the time to really look at all the issues. All right. Make sure everyone's playing well with each other. All right, time's out. Timeouts for everyone. Anyway, back to this. I gotta say these Dewalt. I don't know the quality of them. I haven't used them. I did hold one of these wrenches. I like the ergonomics on it. There's something about the Dewalt hand tools, though, that do kind of come across as not being the most robust tools out there. Like they took more interest in being pretty than they did in making them work. I could be wrong. That's just kind of a gut feeling just from handling them. I haven't spent a bunch of time wrenching on them, so I don't know. But $150 for a starter set. I'm not, as you guys know, I'm not a big fan of sets because I feel there's too much filler. In this kind of set, the filler is like the Allen wrenches. But a lot of times you'll see this and they'll have like 50 Allen wrenches and 50 bits, and they'll mark it as a 292-piece set. Anyway. So, moving on here. Where'd my other power tools go? Alright. So, we talked about Milwaukee. Here you go. Ridgid. Now, I have not talked about Ridgid in a while because I've been a little miffed with the company because I feel that they're really pushing this whole lifetime LSA thing, and it used to be lifetime warranty on everything, and now it's a 2 or 3 year warranty with a lifetime LSA, which is kind of a warranty, but gives them a lot of leeway to wiggle out of it. And it's not as, and they do wiggle out of it a lot. So when I look at like Hitachi with their lifetime warranty on their power tools, on their lithium ion stuff, they back that up. But that's lifetime of the tool, not your lifetime. So what that means is if they stop making the tool in 10 years, they're not going to warranty it after they don't have any other of those tools in stock. But Hitachi makes some great tools. Ridgid has been making some great tools. And if you want to get into the Ridgid line, you can get their 2-piece set here. Impact driver and drill driver, 2-tool combo set with 2 1.5 amp hour batteries, charger and bag for $120. That's not a bad set. And, you know, I would say it's on par with the Hercules stuff. And, you know, if you figure the Hercules is going to run $180, that's a good bit cheaper. Now, that charger is a pretty junky charger. Ridgid used to come out with some really nice chargers with these combo sets. I had one about 4 or 5 years ago, and it was essentially a fast charger. That's just a basic charger. The bag's nice, I'll say that for them. Well, we can talk about the Cobalt stuff here in a minute. So, and this other one, this set right here, 5-tool combo kit for $260. Nah, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's really a 4-tool. I hate it when they count the light as one of the tools. But you get the drill driver, the impact, and the impact wrench, as well as the grinder for $250. That's a pretty good deal, considering that impact wrench is usually like $150 on its own. And you get a 2 amp hour and a 4 amp hour battery. And the Ridgid batteries are not bad. They're not great. They're not like Milwaukee or Hercules or who else makes it? Oh, Makita. They're not that kind of battery, but they're better than your average battery. Dewalt. Yeah. Even their bags are cheap. Ryobi, look at this. If you're a DIYer, homeowner, and you just bought a house and you want to get like a one and done set, this is it. You get the drill driver, the impact driver, the multi-tool, flashlight, circ saw, and sawzall with charger, batteries, and a bag for $200. Done. That's it. You got everything you need for $200. They should call it the homeowner special. What's your opinion on the Lowe's Cobalt speed multiplying... Hold on. I just lost that. Speed multiplying screwdrivers. I've not used them, so I can't say anything. Arnavana, did you see my message, Bear? I did not. Did you send me... Hey, Bear, did you see what Sears is doing now? In my city, I've seen several Sears vans. They're going back to what they did when they started helping new homeowners with supplies and appliances. No, I haven't seen that. Are they selling out of the van? How does that work? The Ryobi 6-port charger. I wish more people have caught up to that, but I remember when I was like, why doesn't everyone else have that? If you want to bear, yeah, you gotta, that's how many days it works. No, the Ryobi stuff is decent. It's, you know, since they came out with that whole OnePlus series, they really upped their games. I would buy that. So it's like, if you look at the two big companies, you got TTI and Stanley Black & Decker. It used to be like Black & Decker and Ryobi were right here. And then it was Porter Cable and Ridgid. And then Dewalt and Milwaukee. And these days, it's Milwaukee's way up here. And I would get a Ridgid over a Dewalt any day of the week. And I would get a Ryobi over a Porter Cable every day of the week. And Black & Decker is for like grandma who needs to hang, a plant or something. There's just... Right, Black & Decker is like apartment dweller. They're like one step above the IKEA power tools. Put Tesla batteries in Porter. You did a video on that, didn't you? I think I saw that. Sears is doing some interesting stuff. And I'm thinking about getting some of the Sears power tools just to test them. I have a thought that they might have turned a corner and that Eddie Lampere might... It's too early to say. But there might be some light at the end of the tunnel for Sears. Black & Decker's garbage. Black & Decker's garbage these days. I'm not a fan of Porter Cable for the price. The Ryobi for the price is hard to beat. It really is. The only reason I would go with the only company brand or whatever that I put right in the same league with Ryobi is Bauer. Bauer doesn't have almost nobody has quite the selection that Ryobi has. The biggest selections, and there's kind of a back and forth, it's either Makita or Ryobi have the biggest tool selection. And it always depends on how they phrase it. But Makita is all high-end stuff, and Ryobi is all DIY or prosumer kind of stuff. And the only reason I put Bauer in there is because they're coming out with such a large line of Bauer stuff, and because it's so easy to get to your average Harbor Freight. You can walk in and out. And with that replacement warranty, you just go in, you hand them the tool, and they give you a new one. Whereas with the Ryobi, you got to send it off. And a lot of people, when a Ryobi breaks, they just throw it away and buy another one. So, because, think about it. If you're buying a $50 drill, and it breaks, and it's going to cost you $20 in shipping and handling, you're like, yeah, maybe I'll just buy a new, the newer model drill and get because they're always having a deal where you get extra batteries and stuff. So a lot of times it's not worth it. And then you got to wait 2, 3, 4 weeks to get it replaced. Porter Cable is owned by Stanley. Yeah, they got bought out by Stanley Black & Decker in, I think it was the early 2000s. Has anyone heard of Globemaster tools from the 60s? No, I haven't. Where was I scoring the Cobalt tools? No. In fact, the store I got it from is a well-performing store. And it's, they're only closing like 50 of the stores. And you got to understand, Lowe's has a ton of stores. I think they have more stores than Home Depot. I think they've got close to 2,000 or so stores. Let me see here. Let me do this. How many Lowe's? 2,133 Lowe's locations. So, good luck finding one of the ones that's actually closing. Tech Girl, you take off. You have a good one. Yeah, Ryobi versus Milwaukee. That's like comparing a what do you call it? A Chevy hatchback versus a Cadillac. You're going to pay more, you get a lot more with it, but and it's for a different job. Yeah, Gary, sometimes if your mouse sweeps over, it's really easy to accidentally block somebody. I've noticed that. I've almost banned somebody before. My Android did a giant update last night. Maybe that's got something. Is there Den of Tools t-shirts I can buy for my birthday yet? On below the videos on Teespring, there's a bunch of Den of Tools stuff. And I've got a link in most video channel or most video details. 120 miles to Lowe's. Good grief. That's all right. There we go. All right, so let's get back to the tool deals here. Yeah, guys, just make sure you type in at the Den of Tools, because otherwise I'm not going to get through this stuff if I'm just reading all the chat messages. So if you need me to respond, start your message with at sign the Den of Tools. Make sure you put the in there, and I'll make sure to catch it. And if I don't catch it, then somebody yell at me and say you didn't answer so-and-so's question. All right. So we got Makita, and here's a Makita set. Yeah, I'm a fan of Makita. I like the stuff. They make some good stuff. You got a 18 volt lithium ion cordless 5 tool. So you get the circ saw, the recip saw, the impact, and the drill driver, and a flashlight. You get 2 3-amp hour batteries with the bag for $300. Now that's $100 more than the Ryobi. And you get one less tool. What was the extra tool Ryobi gave you? The multi-tool. But this is if you want to be serious about what you're doing, or you're a pro. If you're a young guy starting in the trades and you got $300 to get started with, that's a great setup to pick up right there. That is that, you can go with the Milwaukee and stuff, and Milwaukee makes great tools. I would have to say, if I had to choose, I would probably go with Makita over Milwaukee. The battery system with Makita, they've got in the higher end chargers, they actually have like a little air conditioning system built in. They have a fan that draws air through the battery, and then out through the charger to cool the battery down, because heat is the enemy of these batteries, and so is extreme cold. So anyway, let's see what else we got out here. All right, here's a question. Yeah, young guys start out with $300. It happens. $300 these days is not as hard to come by as $300 was when I was young. I remember the first paycheck where I made $300. I thought I was rich. Anyway, do you guys want to see? You want me to go through the spring tools stuff like this, like from Home Depot and Ace and Lowe's, talking about the hot deals there? Or do you want to talk about like how I find the Cobalt deals and stuff like that? I don't know, Raymond, why they do that. Also, you need to type at. This is for DIY Raymond. You need to type in the @ symbol, the Den of Tools, no spaces, and then that will pop. There'll be a little pop up. You'll see you hit enter, and it will auto highlight. And then on mine, it'll look like here. I'll show you what it looks like to you. So if I do at DIY, and then I click on that. There. See, then it pops up like somebody drew a highlighter through it. And it makes it easier for you to see it. We're cheap bastards. Alright. Is that the consensus? Everyone wants to see how to get the deals? Fine, you deal mongers, you. See, look at this. I had all these tabs open. I was going to go through all the nice stuff. I knew this is where you guys were going to go. I should have known. See, there's that Ridgid set. Oh, if you're looking for a mower, I talk about these electric mowers. Man, $250 for this Ryobi. I think it's great. There's a system. You got $600 to drop, and you want to jump in big into Milwaukee. That's the way you do it. There's that Ridgid set. All right, so let's talk about this. Where to start? Well, first thing you want to do every morning is go to. Wait a minute, come here. Go to BrickSeek. Well, okay, hold on here. That's not the main page. That's taking me straight to the Walmart stuff. So you go to BrickSeek. This is BrickSeek. And we're back in the old day. Are you saying I'm that old? Is there a pressure? Yeah, we're going to talk about the pressure washer deals here in just a minute. Do you have the upgrade for the deal site? I don't. Although I did get contacted by BrickSeek, so maybe I will. All this time I was just using a highlighter on my screen. Client graphic $7 off 30 regular price. No, I didn't see that. How did I not see that? I'll have to take a look at that video. Thanks, Amos, for being so understanding. Looking for a bench top bandsaw, considering skill or Ryobi, or should I spend the extra money on a Grizzly or Icon? Weekend project only. I am not a fan of bench top bandsaws. Basically, the rule used to be you have to get a 14-inch bandsaw or it doesn't really function as a bandsaw. But I've seen some 12-inch bandsaws that do a good job. The problem is when you get that small, there's just not enough tension in the box. The band itself isn't pulled tight enough, and there's just so much flex in it that what you've got really is a scroll saw. It's just a different form factor scroll saw at that point. And they're all pretty much the same. Just buy whichever one's on. I had a PowerTech for a while. I've seen the Ryobi stuff. They're all. Maybe try to find. You can find cheap ones, smaller bandsaws online for not much. I gotta say, what I did. Have you seen my setup I did where I took the Harbor Freight portable bandsaw, and I've done one video where I built a stand for it to make it vertical, and then I also used my jaw horse where I just clamp it in there. And I built a little table that goes on it, and that way I have a portable bandsaw for doing, work on, and I can do metal cutting and stuff with it, and it's as usable, if not more usable, than any of those benchtop ones. Rubbing alcohol. Discord is the VCG guys invited me onto their Discord. I haven't used Discord in years, and we used it back in the day for voice chat because, gaming and stuff. I don't like the form factor for Discord. It is just a jumbled hot mess. Anyway, you can't expect everyone to be an IRC user. Let's see here. I have the Harbor Freight bandsaw. It does okay, but it's a bit snarky keeping it adjusted to be accurate. All right, so we're talking BrickSeek here. All right, I gotta stop reading all the miscellaneous comments. You guys chat amongst yourselves. If you need me, you know my name. I'll try to keep an eye on it. So you go to BrickSeek, and then we come over here and we click on this. Oh no, we don't. Oh, here we go. Deals. You go to inventory checker. If you know specifically what you're looking for, you want to go to the inventory checker. If you're just perusing for deals, go to deals. And we'll start off with all trending deals. Okay. And then we go to filters. And you can look for the online ones. You're almost never going to find a screaming deal online. Sorry. It's just, there's too many people with too easy access. You're never going to find a deal like I found with that Cobalt stuff online. So we're going to look in store. And somebody asked about pressure washers. And I know there are some. So we're going to start with Walmart. And categories, we're going to go down and we're going to look at... Why can't I scroll? What's going on here? That's weird. Filters. This is really odd. Alright, I'm going to have to move the window here, and this is going to mess up what you guys can see for a second. There we go. And we go to Tools. Then we click Apply. Alright. Let me put this back in its little spot there. There we go. And we've got, look at that, pressure washers. First thing comes up. Powerstroke electric pressure washer, 3200 PSI for 3 cents. Now, I know you're like, those deals never happen. Let me talk to you about this. Ryobi, this is at Home Depot. This is my local Home Depot. 18 volt high volume power inflator. So that's a low pressure, high volume. It's great for like blowing up like air beds and toys and stuff like that. It is, see, $7.53. Guys are getting this. They get to the register. It rings up for 3 cents. 1 cent, actually. Sorry, 1 cent. These deals do happen. All right. What's going on here? Wrong one. Image. Go away. There we go. All right. All right. Glad I can help put people to sleep. All right. Should I do my soft evening jazz voice? Anyway, no. We're not doing that today. So we got the pressure washer here. Let's look at this one. So we click on this, and it takes us to a page where it says, this is the pressure washer, blah, blah, blah. I don't know why they do this, because you know you're going to check inventory, so go straight to check inventory. All right, it's already entered the SKU number. You enter in the zip code where you want to search, and you click check inventory again. Yeah, it's annoying. All right, now it has gone out and it has searched to see if anybody has them. So we've got the Powerstroke Electric Start 3200 PSI gas pressure washer, normally $338. This is nice. It's got electric start, and these are all the little nozzles you can use. This is a nice little pressure washer. For a gas-powered ones, put out some decent power. You can buy it for $390 on eBay or $400 on Amazon. Or you can go to the Walmart Supercenter on North Decatur. They've got 2 of them in stock for $80. Now that may not seem like 25 cents or anything. But remember, this is a $340 gas-powered pressure washer. Let me put it to you like this. Could you buy that motor, sorry, that engine, for $79? Probably not. Even if you were just going to buy it for parts, the water pump, the engine, the wheels, the carts, all that stuff, you could part that thing out for more than you paid for it. It is, that is a heck of a deal. $80 for a gas-powered 3,200, I think was it? 3,200 PSI pressure washer. And we go down and see if there's any ones that are cheaper. They're out of stock. So anyway, oh, and then if we get down to the bottom here, there's often it shows other related items. I've looked at these. I know they're not in stock. Let's see if there's anything else. Hyper tough one. Look at this, 3,100, as low as $30. I don't know if they have them around me. Let's have some fun. Yeah, the welder is out of stock everywhere. Well, you know what? Let's go back. Hold on. Let's see if we can find the welder. I would kill to get this welder for $16. That would be so awesome. We'll check inventory. Maybe they added them. I'm going to tell you right now that if it shows up that there's inventory, this live stream's going to be over. Well, I could leave it running, but I won't be here. Make sure I haven't missed any chats. Water, and electricity just don't mix. All right. So, we'll check inventory. And this will pretty much check like all of the surrounding area. So it's not like just like within 5 miles. So $232 on Amazon, $232 at Home Depot, $175 on Amazon third party. And it's no results found in the searched area. All right. Anybody got a zip code you want me to try? Somebody type in a zip code and I will throw it in here and see if it's in your area or in a area. 97301. Why is that trying to block that? 97301. And holy cow. There's quantity 2 for $64. Yeah, it's not $23, but I would buy that for $64. That'd be fun to Lincoln Electric. Wire feed you could turn around and resell that thing, probably make $100 off of it. So let's talk about stock. So if it says out of stock, you're not going to find it. If it's in yellow and it says limited stock, you probably aren't going to find it. If it says green, 2 in stock, you have a chance of finding it. The question is, how new is it? Because I'll be honest, I hope there's no one here who works for Walmart, because I don't want to offend you, but Walmart's got some sneaky buggers working for them. And they will hide, they look for this stuff. They'll call their buddies and they'll hide the stuff either in the back or in a different part of the store or under cabinets and stuff. And they'll call them and their buddies will come in, buy all this stuff that sells for like 2 cents and 3 cents, and they'll buy it all out. Then the buddy will resell it and give them a cut. So you need to get there quick, and then you need to think, how would a sneaky bastard hide that stuff? And then sometimes you can find it. Yeah, everyone wants to. Anyone have a pin code you want me to try? All right, let's see here. What other zip? Let me go back here. Let me find another zip code. So we did 9. Who was next? Dibrock 91722. And wah. Sorry, Dibrock. We got Elite 46250. Sorry. Another loser. 78245. Out of stock. You could try. There's a positive. So here's the other thing. Walmart is not great on their stock, knowing their stock levels. So there might be a return or something there. That's why they show it as being out of stock, but showing that it's actually there. Whereas the other ones, they say they're not there at all. There's a possibility of there being a restocked item. So as 745, we got 01054 for Amos. Amos says out of stock. But it would be $64 if it was. 33761. Yeah, trying to find these welders. So here's the problem. So there are people who make a living doing nothing more than buying and reselling this stuff. And they're the ones who pay the full subscription. I think it's like $25 a month to get all the updates and stuff. And as soon as this stuff comes up, no results in area, they go and they snag it. All right. Was there anybody else who wanted me to look it up? That was 361. All right. Let's see here. 43015. Come on, somebody else has got to have one in stock. Out of stock. 544847. That's not right. That's too many numbers. I'm guessing that's 54847. No results found. 37167. Out of stock. Either I guess maybe they didn't for the ones no results found. No, because it showed no results found in my area, and there's plenty of Walmarts around here. For Vinny, 48111. Limited stock. Canton, Michigan. That means there's probably one. Good luck finding it. I'm guaranteeing it's not going to be on the shelf where it's supposed to be. I have found on a lot of this stuff where it's getting discounted, they'll take it out of its normal spot. Like when I found those racks and stuff, the roof racks, they take it out of their stuff and they'll put it on a higher shelf, like in the same area, maybe on the other side of the aisle or on that same side of the aisle, but up higher, so they can keep the full price stuff at eye level. So you may keep an eye out for that. Just look around. It may not be where it's supposed to be. Who else we got here? I want to make sure I try everyone here. 37601. And no results found. Sorry. Ta-da. 10471. No results found. If you guys get one of these, I expect a super chat tip. Just saying. Well, how about this? If you buy it and you resell it and you make money on it, then I expect a super chat tip. 56751. No results found. Yeah, this is going to be a really rare item. 57701. Limited stock. So, Stummer Road in Rapid City. Well, Rapid City. I love Rapid City. It's a beautiful little town. Good thing it was out of stock. I stayed home sick and purchased another welder. It's all about timing. Okay, so let's go back. We were talking about pressure washers and stuff like that. So, let me back up. Let's type in washer. All right. Yeah, there's one here I wanted to show you. See if I can find it. Where'd it go? Oh, let's do filters, brands, and what is going on here? Man, this thing is being weird on me. There we go. I'll just set it there rather than... Alright, let's go back here. We're going to back up just a bit. We're going to do deals. All trending. And filters, we're going to do in-store, Walmart, categories, this thing is being odd. Sorry, guys. tools. All right. Put it back in its corner there. All right. So we got pressure washer. Hyper. I've not been able to find this. I'm looking for a specific pressure washer that I have seen fairly in stock. Next page. No cowbell? Alright, no cowbell. Say thank you very much, DeBruck. That's really nice. Thank you so much. Oh, look at this Hyper Tough 174-piece tool set with trolley bag for $1. The tools may be junk, but I wouldn't mind paying $1 for that trolley bag. Wouldn't mind that blower vac for $10. I'm going to have to... We'll come back to that one. I need a bigger Shop-Vac. I have a small one. I loaned it to a friend. It's still at her house if she's watching. Speaking of which, what time is this? 8:54. Okay. I got a meeting today at 11. I got to go to... Pressure washer. Don't tell me that I finally sit down to go talk to you guys about this thing and it's gone. I think it is. I think it's gone. Unreal. I lose. I can't believe... I was so excited to tell you guys about this. Let me see here. Brands. Hyper Tough. So if you don't... For those of you who might not know, and I'm sure you all do. I'll check the Cobalt stuff here in just a minute. How do you get to the page you are on right now? I use Chrome and go through the internet. No, it's BrickSeek. BrickSeek. And you click on the little, they call it the hamburger over here, the stack. And you go to deals. And then it's all just filters from there. All right. So this is all the Hyper Tough stuff. Oh, here it is right here. Pressure washer. 3 cents. It's not 3 cents. But check inventory because I have to click it. I have to click on it, and then I have to click on check inventory, and then I have to actually check the inventory. Why doesn't it just take me straight to this page? I will not understand. Maybe there's something about BrickSeek I haven't paid enough attention. I go straight to the deals things. I don't. There's probably features here I don't understand. All right. Oh man, it is totally out of stock. So yesterday, this was in stock everywhere, and everyone had 3 to 6 of them. And I was thinking about it this morning, going and checking for it. But yeah, $21. I mean, it's a cheap little electric pressure washer, but for $21, I mean, come on. Are the prices posted by users? No, it uses their own computer system. They've tied into these computer systems, and it actually checks the inventory and stuff through them. The 85083. Let's see if 85083. See, I wanted to pick this up to compare it against the pressure washer I have that I bought off of Amazon. Yeah, everyone's... Oh, nope. Hey, look at that. 2, 2, and 3. Glendale, Arizona. There you go. I would always go to the store that's close enough that it isn't a waste of money and has the most stock. At 2, yeah, maybe it's... maybe somebody... At 3, it's probably sitting right there on the store shelves. Good on you. $21. You could flip that thing for $100 probably all day long. There's people who pay that much for it. It's not worth $100, but $90. You sell it for $80. Someone's getting $10 plus tax off on it, new in the box. Even if you sell it for $50, you're doubling your money. Anybody else? I'll do one more if anybody else wants me to check a SKU on this pressure washer. Other than that, I'm going to go start looking at the Cobalt stuff. What do you think of the Predator? I haven't tried the Predator pressure washer. I know you're not talking to me, but anything with the Predator name on it. I've been so pleased with the Predator motors on everything. Yeah. All right, so we're going to... Alexander chimes in last minute. All right. 48192. Checking inventory. Limited stock at Southgate. In stock, 3 of them in Dearborn. I tell you, in stock. Look at, they're all over the place. Somebody here, we got a lot of people here in Vegas who do this for a living. Vegas is a... Don't move to Vegas. There are parts of Vegas that are nice, but they're little tiny islands surrounded by just decrepitness. And there's some areas that are, you'd think are bad, but actually have some really nice little neighborhoods in them. But in the and at the end of it, you're still in the middle of the desert, and you're in the high desert, so it still gets really stupid cold in the winter. I mean, considering that it's 120 in the summer, and like regularly, 120 is not like, oh, I can't believe it got up to 120 today. It's like, oh, it's 120 again. And in the winter, it's down to freezing. We had snow, a lot of it. Anyway, what 21? But you say that, but there are enough people who I don't get it. They're the people who don't want to go to the stores or they don't trust the stores. I found living in California, I found a lot of the Hispanic community doesn't like going to the store for some reason, and they would rather buy stuff from another person online. And I think it's got to be a cultural kind of thing that they're just used to buying from other people or something. I don't understand it. I know that that also that their Hispanic families are some of the top targets for home invasions because they also don't trust the American banking system and they keep a lot of money in cash. And the surest way to be targeted is by putting a Mexican flag out front because that just declares that, hey, we keep a bunch of cash in this house. I get that information from people I used to train in firearms and law enforcement guys I used to work with. What the heck is this thing? Oh, it's an e-cigarette. I'm like, the perfect puff. I'm like, they're trying to keep it, PG-13 here. Okay, I have an acre of grass to mow. See y'all later. Hey, DR Falcon, the Ryobi riding lawnmower electric one's on sale for $2,500. You should get that. I find the Walmart inventory checker is never accurate, even when the Walmart checks the system. Yeah, it kind of is. So let's go back to the beginning, and we're going to look at the Cobalt stuff, all right? So we're going to go for deals, all trending, filters, and we're going to do in-store, Lowe's. Why does it do this? Tools. And we're going to go to... we're not going to do brands. We're not going to filter just yet. And then we're going to sort... See, here's the thing. If you sort by trending, that's the one that everyone knows about. So you go to newest. And this is just the stuff that's popped up. Cobalt nut driver for $1. Standard software adapter, 90 cents. 7-piece driver bit set, 37 cents. It's fine, something a bit more substantial. I'm not going to go, drive across town for a 55 cent, socket. Irwin utility blade. I want to get some of these. Has anybody used these? I'm looking for some good socket systems for this. If you have Porter cable, $14 for the double charger with the bag. It's double battery with charger in the bag. Every time I see that bag, I think it's the... what'd I miss? Somebody calling my name? Oh, you're telling Antonio. Okay. Latin Americans like going to festival types places where they can get everything that they need in one location. Yeah, I do too. I love going to the Hispanic flea markets and stuff. There were some big ones near where I used to live. Is the Hercules impact driver worth it? Yeah, I'd love that thing. That's weird, Antonio. So the no spaces. That's the problem. I think, yeah, I don't know. I can't type to myself. Anyway. Where was that deal when I wrecked the Tesla battery? Alright. Let's go back to the Cobalt deals. Oh, we're looking at all deals. Irwin hammer. Look at that. Smooth face, rip hammer. I think it was an East Wing, but it's an Irwin. Alright, I'm going to have to save that one. Oh, I was going to check the Shop-Vac. So this is what I'll do. I'll get a whole bunch of tabs open, and I'll go through and I'll click on the check inventory. Then I'll go through a second time and click. That way they're churning through, and I don't have to sit there and wait on them. Porter cable, 2-tool, 20-volt. You get the circ saw and the drill driver for $70. Let's see what else we got. I got some grinding wheels. Irwin Marples 80-tooth blade, 10-inch for $1. Speed out. People are always asking me about those things. Come on here. Poulin chainsaw, $84. That's not a bad deal. That's the other thing. If you look at the bar at the bottom, it gives you a gauge of how much it's off. We'll check on that Porter cable there. And come on.
Hello, Moto.
Shut up, Moto. There we go. Stupid spam callers. Da-da-da. Come on. Craftsman Grinder. That grinder looks tempting. So do these insulated magnetic multi-bit screwdrivers here for that set for $5. Let's see what else we got here. Irwin wood boring drill set here for $4 something. Craftsman variable speed cordless sawzall. Sorry, recip saw. Antonio, that worked when you typed in the Denna tools. Yep, that worked. Craftsman 95-piece standard S. Okay, we look at that one. Not seen. We can take a look at that. Craftsman 20-volt half-inch drive impact for $111. No, it does. Yeah, it doesn't show orange on your side. Only the person, that way when other people are typing at other people, only the person it's directed at gets to see the oranginess of it all. All right, I'm going to filter by brand here. Whoops, that's not it. Come here. And we're going to go Cobalt, 154 items. So we can go through, see if we can find some of the bigger Cobalt sets, because I know that's what you guys want to see. Alright, that's the 67 black oxide. Come on, there's got to be some big sets around here. $70-piece screwdriver, $100. That's the bit set, $129. Here we go. Here's a 227-piece set. We'll take a look at that one. Oh, look at that. That's bright and shiny. I wish that bench was cheaper. Rotary Hammer. This thing, man, I wish this was in stock. It's never. I'm not even gonna look. It's never in stock. All right, I'm gonna look. I'm just gonna hate myself. 200 piece. We'll take a look. That's not a great price, but we'll take a look at it. And the price listed here. Sometimes it's cheaper, sometimes it's more expensive when you actually go and you look at it. I wish that was coming down in price. Da, 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 da. All right, last page of Cobalt stuff. Let me, hold on, Moto's chiming at me. All right. There's just confirmation on my meeting. Make sure nothing else is blowing up. All right. Da da da. Make sure there's no one else here. All right. Sorry. I'm putting you all to sleep. I'm sure about it. Oh my gosh. See, the reason I'm hesitant to mute this thing is if I mute it, I always leave it off and I miss like important calls from like my kids at school are sick and they need me to come get them. This thing, this is everywhere. $69. They have the 3/8 and the 1/2 inch in the compact. It's not a beast of a impact wrench, but it, you know, smaller work kind of stuff, it'll do it. All right. Any other big sets here? Big hammers. Oh, look at that. Put a hurting on someone with that thing. See, and there's the 1/2 inch one I was talking about. And we'll look at the impact wrench. All right. So we've got a whole bunch set up. All right. So then I've got all these windows open. No, this just shows you the price and stuff in the inventory. You have to go to store to do it. And they will tell you also, there's a big thing, disclaimer on here, like their inventory could be wrong. They don't have to honor this price. We're using their system, but if the manager's like, no, we haven't changed the price and I'm not going to, don't get into a fight with him over it. Check inventory. All right, there. So once we get this way, I go check inventory. Check inventory. Check. Nope. You buggers. I'm using... Sorry, but I'm looking my zip code up first. Because I need these items. Alright. You people. And your zip codes. Check inventory. Check inventory. Come on. Oh, did I not click? Oh, I did. Alright. There we go. Inventory. Checking. 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 That's not going to be there. Checking. Alright, come back here. Come on. Check. Remember, you better check yourself before you run off to see if it's in stock. Okay, still got to check inventory on that one. Alright. So this 309-piece SAE standard metric polished chrome set is out of stock. All over. All gone. Alright, we'll come back to that one. So that's one of the bigger sets. Oh, this is the Craftsman. That was not surprising. We'll check the other Craftsman. And it's out of stock. That's not surprising. Cobalt. Alright, we got to click check inventory on that one. Check inventory. I know. It's a lot of clicking, isn't it? Oh. Oh. So, I got to go, guys. We'll talk to you later. Bye. No. Yeah, so we got the Cobalt 3/8-inch digital torque wrench, normally $65.98, on sale for $18. There's 3 of them in stock. And there's 3 here. Look, we got 3 stores with 3 in stock. There's a bunch of them. Oh, these are all 59. Never mind. There's only one at 17. Sorry, my microphone's blocking the lower half of the screen. So was 7.75 miles away. El Capitan. I may have to. I wonder if that's near my meeting today. I might be checking that out. So as it doesn't just check in that zip code, it checks a radius from that zip code, because like that one is not in the same zip code where I live. So Shop-Vac. This is the one I was looking for, and we got $54. Normal price on it is $54. Wow, that's a screaming deal. That is exactly 0% off. Thank goodness they're in stock. You buggers. See, we come down here, see if there's any other ones. $15 on that Wet Peak. Now, see, I wanted this one because it's got the blower function and because it's got that flat top on it. All right, never mind there. Irwin Hammer, limited stock, $8. I'm not gonna make a trip just for that. Porter Cable, $80. They've got 5 of them in stock. That's not much of a savings. All right. How far does it search? It'll do, like for me, I know it'll do all of Las Vegas. It sent me to stores on the other side of town. So, I don't remember exactly what the search radius is. But, like if you look here, that's 10 miles away, 8 miles, 8 miles, 5 miles, 6 miles. So at least 10 miles. See, the thing with Vegas is Vegas just stops. And there's no, like, small towns nearby and stuff. So if it's not in Vegas, it's not nearby. All right, so we were looking at this one here. $199 MSRP. That's no sale price on that one. But, you know what? We'll check some of you guys on it. All right, let's take a look at this. Oh, it's out of stock. That would have been a nice pickup. Because I already have some of the Cobalt tools, so I'm okay with the tool only. Yep, that's out of stock. 200-piece Universal. Oh, in stock at $250. It's a whole 9% off. All right, let's scroll down here. That's the piece. That's the set I got the other day. Let's pull that one up. We'll look at this set. That's the bag set that I saw. It's in one of my videos actually. The 100-piece household set. We'll pull that one up. Oh, that's the other set I got. All right. And so that's some good ones to start off with. So let's go through these. Check inventory. Check inventory. Check inventory. And check inventory. All right. While those are cooking, let me go back to these other ones. That torque wrench, I might have to check that one out. All right. We checked on that. So that's the 227 piece with the metal latches. That's the nicer version than the latches that I have. It's not as good a set, I don't feel, but so we'll come back to that one. So this is $249. That's not in stock. That's the $189 one. The $230 not on sale. The 100-piece household set. This is the set that Justin Dow reviewed like 6 months ago. $179. That's more than the MSRP. The MSRP on this is $169.97, and they've got it in stock for $179. They're just messing with people now. And this is the big set that I got. And Vegas is a massive city. Vegas is tiny, man. It's 2 million people, which is just big enough to get like a major league sports team. We just got our first major league sports team last year, the year before, and it was a hockey team. We're just now getting a football team. Like I used to live in Cincinnati, and that was over 2 million too. The Bay Area, we've been talking like 8 to 10. That's a massive city. 8 to 10 million in the greater metropolitan area. Don't worry about what the city itself has. Always look at the metropolitan area. So we got here price 25% off at $300. Not a great deal. All right. So, all right, Dibrock, what's your zip code again, Dibrock? You gave the super chat, so you get it first dibs on us looking up your inventory in your area. I was lost going down the old strip. All right. Oh, what did my wife do? There it is. Wandered off with my caffeine. That woman. She's a thieving little bugger. Let me tell you what. Dibrock, is this thing on? Anyone? Did I not scroll down? Am I not up to date on the chat messages? I am. All right. Well, he's not answering. Anybody else want me to look up their zip code for these tools? You're all off on your own looking at BrickSeek, aren't you? All right. All right. Antonio, we'll do yours next, but he piped in here, so 91722. Checking inventory. Let's see if we're going to lose DeBrock here real quick. No, 229. All right. We're checking out all these other ones. Exciting to see how I do this, isn't it? All right, we already checked that one. And I said we'll do Antonio next on this one, so 85132. Look him up next. So, this is still for DeBrock here, or anybody else in the 91722. MSRP 169, 134. They got 3 of them in stock. That's 21% off. That's not a huge savings, but I'll tell you this. I wouldn't have a problem with going into that store. If you go to, I don't have the SKU number for that one. You might be able to talk the store manager into dropping that price. Maybe show them the receipt that I paid on stuff and tell them that they're clearing stuff out, and you'd be willing to pay, less. See what they do. They got 3 of them in stock. They've probably been sitting there for a good long time. You saw the dust that was on the sets that I had. So let's see here. So I'd take a look at that. So the Cobalt 203, the household set, this doesn't come in the box. It comes in this, actually a pretty nice little bag, honestly. 219. Sorry. Nothing there for you. Oops. I just did that wrong. What are we looking at? 85132. Oops. Come on. And 249. No joy there. Come on, next screen. 199. No joy there. And on the impact driver, out of stock. Sorry, man. We tried. So, Anyway, I'm going to do a whole video on this, but since you guys are here, you get to hear it first. Here's how you tell if... Okay, here's what's going on. Craftsman tools are pushing out... Stanley Black & Decker is making those take all these Craftsman tools. And they only have so much floor space, so something has to go. Well, Stanley told them, well, I guess you're going to get rid of your house brand. So that's why Cobalt is going to mostly online. So what they've done is they're running an algorithm based off of past sales to figure out what does the store, because really 10% of the tools are sold 80% of the time or more. So they're just going to keep that 10 to 20% of Cobalt tools in stock, and everything else will be an online order. So they're going through the stores and they're labeling everything that's over what will be the new, call it overstock, if you will. Like they're labeling it as do not reorder, DNR. And basically once that stuff's gone, they're not going to reorder it and let Craftsman fill up the void. So if you go to your store, hold on, let me back up. This all started 2 months ago, and they're rolling it out store by store by store, region by region, and they're not telling anybody ahead of time. Nobody knows. None of my contacts know. Nobody knows what the schedule is. So what happens is, or the way to tell is, go to your store, stand at the end of the tool aisle, and look down the aisle. And if the aisle looks bluish, they haven't done it yet. If it's red and it looks like it should be called the Craftsman store, sorry, but you're out of luck. Basically, if Craftsman tools outnumber Cobalt tools, they've already done the purge, the Cobalt purge there. And as I said, it lasted at that store, it lasted 20 minutes tops. Because I was at another Lowe's store. I looked BrickSeek up on my phone and saw the new pricing, ditched the cart that I had, got in the truck, drove 10 miles, got there, walked in. There was already 10, 15 people in the store, and they're all like looking around like, it's like those people who go to the DMV and there's the long line and the short line, and they're looking at the short line going, I wonder if I can get in the short line. What's the short line for? And of course it's for like, farm equipment and stuff like that, but they don't know that, and they're trying to figure out if maybe everyone else is an idiot. Well, these guys were standing around there. Is this the paid version of BrickSeek? This is the free version. This is all free. I've not paid for it. And is there a way to look at your local store and see what deals they have? I don't know about that. That would be great if there was. I have not seen a way to do that. So anyway, so these guys are just all standing around, and I come up with my cart. I grab the full-size cart, and I roll up, and they're just standing there looking at these deals. I'm like, excuse me. I step between two of them, and I just go for the most expensive thing I could find. I grab that. Well, the biggest set I can find. I grab that, put it in. I grab the second set, I put it in. People are looking at me, and the one guy who works there is watching this whole thing. He had literally 5 minutes before changed all the prices. And he says, hey, that 300-piece set's down here. And I reach and I grab that, and by the time I put that in, they'd all woken up and were like, holy cow, and they're grabbing sets too. And within 10 minutes, the aisle was stripped clean. But none of them had looked 2 sections over at all the impact stuff, and that's how I got that impact set. I'm probably happiest about getting that impact set because I really needed, a bunch of deep, impact socket sets. All right. I don't believe they have an app. People, I don't know for sure, but I just remember people commenting that it's, they're like somebody to ask somebody else if it was an app or website, and they said, you got to go to the website. I could be wrong. That's just, kind of what I heard at some point. Sometimes lower HDS clearance sales. Yeah, here's the problem with Home Depot. They understand what goes on here, so all you'll see on the price is clearance. They won't tell you what the price is. You got to go in store. So, so we're checking here. I know Antonio's like, show me the price, mother trucker. $2.99. No winner there. $179. $219. $249. $199. And not in stock. I don't think that thing's going to be in stock anywhere. Sorry, Antonio. All right, we got anybody else who wants me to look them up? Hunting tools, if you know what I'm saying. They have, as far as who they have, it's whatever companies that allow them access to their database. And all right, Michael Wells, 3253. So let's 3253. Let's go through here and whoop. Shut up, Moto. Nobody likes you, Moto. Alrighty. Cobalt 500 piece set. Drum roll. $2.99. No joy in Mudsville. $179. Need to reset these back to the top. $219. $249. $199. And not available. Okay, we're gonna stop checking on that one. So, yeah, it's. See, that's the thing is, that's why these didn't show up under new. And if they're not new, they're not happening. Well, it's just Control-C, Control-V on the keyboard for cut and paste. I used to be chief operating officer. Spreadsheets and me go way back. So let's take a look at something else here. Let's go to deals, all trending. Actually, we want newest. I would not pay $250 for that thing. I wouldn't pay $400 for it either. That Costco one's way better than that. So this is just new deals. This is not tools or anything. We got the. Hey, there's that heater that I talked about. I did a video on. Bosch Daredevil high carbon steel for $9.97. That's not bad. Ideal slotted insulated screwdriver. That's a nice screwdriver. There's that crappy Ryobi. I like a lot of the higher end Ryobi stuff. This thing with the plastic body on that, it's junk. Let's see here. There's the Milwaukee we talked about. Submersible pump. Princess costume. I know you all want the princess costume. I don't judge. Replacement battery for something. Lower Pro dash point camera case in black. $847. That's a nice little case. $65. How is that a deal? Naked Magicians. They know I'm in Vegas. And that I like Naked Magicians, apparently. Come on. Page up, you little. Why is my page up not working? Weird. Too weird. All right, let's start doing some filters here. Oh my gosh. All right. It's like I have to move the window to get it to show me. There we go. The rest of it. So let's do categories and we'll do tools and we'll apply and we'll do newest. So this is both online and offline newest tool deals. Well, Antonio, I'm 50 years old and I had my first computer was a Commodore VIC-20. Bought it brand new, saved up money from I had my first small business when I was 14 or 15. I don't remember. I would go to the local like strip malls and small stores and stuff like that, privately owned stuff. And I did a flyer delivery, and I would do a packet of flyers and we'd come up with them, and I'd design a flyer for them, and I'd photocopy it, and then I'd put a packet of flyers together, and I'd fold it and tape it, and I would ride on my bike and I would deliver them, and I'd charge them like a couple like I think it was 4.5 cents per house, which to them seemed like a great deal because it was way cheaper than mailing it, but I'd get like 10 or 20 stores to do it. And one of the stores, I gave them a discount because they let me use their photocopier. And then every Saturday morning I'd get up and I'd ride around and I'd deliver stuff. And I saved up enough money and bought my own Commodore VIC-20. And, I've been playing around with computers as a hobby for years. And then I came out to San Francisco and somebody offered me a job. The Yankee Candle. Princess in XXL. An early model Amiga. Oh man, I wanted the Amiga so badly. If I'd gotten it, I probably would have gone into more like 3D modeling, the art side, because I really wanted to do like the special effects and stuff you could do with the Amigas. All right, so anyway, this is newest. So we talked about that. The Porter cable combo. Ideal insulated linements. That's not bad. $6.29. Bosch. Here's a deal. This Bosch 1/4-inch impact. This is a nice tool. All right, this is a good tool, and I think they're getting rid of these because they're replacing it with the what is that one thing? Has the silly name on it that's both an impact wrench and an impact driver at the same time. Let's see here. Any other deals? We got some generators. What is this thing? Heaven's Wrath ADF welding helmet for $50. Interesting. Okay, if you say so. Da-da-da-da. You know what? Okay, sorry, I'm going to filter this again because we're going to get a bunch of Lowe's stuff, and we've already looked through all the Lowe's stuff. See, it's got 71 hidden deals because we haven't paid for it. So, stores. We're going to check Home Depot, Amazon, Office, Target, and Walmart. So, we're going to do everyone but Lowe's, because we've already looked at all the Lowe's stuff. The Bosch Freak. That's it. Alrighty. So let's see. What time is it? 9 for 10 o'clock. Alright. I'm going to have to go here soon because I have to go and jump in the shower and get ready for this meeting here at some point. Channel locks. 3 sets of channel locks for $28. That's not bad. 44% off. We'll take a look at that one here. Let me close these other windows real quick, because they're just sitting there taunting us. There's that pressure washer. I'm jealous of you guys who had that in stock near you. E-Series gassed auto darkening. Interesting. Okay. Extendable hedge shears. Hedge shears. I'm like, hedge shears. Impact. Right angle impact. Briggs & Stratton 4-gallon compressor. I would have been more interested if it was just the tank. But at that price, I'll take a look at it. At that price, it'd be worth checking out. Bosch optical level. Hey, there's that Dremel scrubber thing for $1. Let's see if that's in stock. Extension, Dremel, ladder. Remember those cups? Vinny, take care, man. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, Antsy Pants vehicle fire truck for $754. Actually, my kids had something like that when they were little. They loved that thing. Aluminum ladder. Look at that. Okay, we got to take a look at that one. This Hyper Tough Toolhead did a video on this thing. It's a radio. It sounds awful. I don't think I'd even buy it for $1. It's the tiniest sounding little thing. This thing is a scam. I did a video on this before. That's a printed box. That's not actually a toolbox that comes in. All right, I'll check this cabinet. It's never in stock. Stanley, those aren't bad wrenches. If they're cheap, we'll check those. Shop-Vac, 6 gallon, 4.5. No, I think I've already got something like that. Power strips, demagnetizers. Leatherman Rev for $7. I got a thing about pocket knives, so. Hyper Tough. That's a nice little beginner set there. The Tack Lighter. Oh, those things. I've got this thing. So you turn it on. It charges via USB. You press the button. You can see that. So that's an electrical. Ooh, look at it. It's a plasma arc. I've never actually seen it jump like that before. That's weird. Anyway, this also works as a taser. I got the wife in the rump with it. She was ready to stab me. Not a good choice if you want to stay married. DeBrock, what do you think about the radio? Is it worth getting? See, that's the Shop-Vac I want. Generator. Okay. I would get that just to play with the motor. Da-da-da. Stanley Black & Decker. See, I want to get one of these. I'm going to try making a pedestal for putting my... I got an experiment I want to try about putting a benchtop power tool on it. And anyway, doesn't matter. I don't want it for tool storage per se. I'm going to mod it and do something with it. But I don't want to tell you what it is because I want to surprise you guys. You can probably figure it out though. Hyper Tough. There's a different pressure washer. We'll see if they got it in stock. Flippers. I like flippers. As far as that little thing down there lets you flip it with your index finger. I like those. Not a big fan of Gerber though. Makes me think of baby food. Hyper Tough 10-inch slice your finger off saw for $30. It's a pretty good deal for losing a finger. Ozark, these Ozark stuff, that's a Walmart house brand. They make some decent stuff. Boss Stitch T-handle, Black & Decker for $10. Matrix. This is the one where the front replace. Okay, we'll look that one up because people have been asking me about that. And I want to try it. Stanley Pocket Tape Measure. More Boss Stitch. Briggs & Stratton 10 gallon for $12. I'd buy that for $12. And last page. God, the Naked Magicians, man. Don't they know I'm trying to run a family-friendly channel here? The Works. Stubby Impact. Oh, Kershaw. Buy that for $1. We're going through these. All right. Personalized hammer for 50 cents. Amflow 5-piece through connect coupler. That's interesting. Skill. Okay, I want to look at this Hyper Tough bag. We're almost done here. Almost. And this inflator. All right. All right, so let's see here. DeBrock. Got that in my eye. If you need one for a couple bucks, yes. For $10, pass on it. How do you lock doors? Hercules hammer drills. How do you lock doors? On what? Hercules hammer drill. So how do I like? I haven't the hammer drill. I haven't tested the hammer drill yet. I hope nobody from Harbor Freight's listening, because they sent me this great care package with all this stuff, and I've played with everything but the hammer drill. All right. This is an online buy now. That's just the price. You can just buy it. I guess anybody can get it. So if you click buy now, it takes you to Amazon, and I'm guessing that they get a piece of that when you do that. But still, 3 channel locks for $29. It's not a bad price. All right. We'll check inventory on that one. Check inventory. Check inventory. I wish they did like Costco on here. Or Sam's Club. All right. And we're checking. And we're checking. So you have to go through all this once, and that gets us to the page where we're going to go through and actually check the inventory. Somehow I didn't click on that one. Check inventory. So you can tell if you go to the page and come down here and it says you have to go to step 3 to check the inventory. That's how you know you haven't actually checked. The exciting, riveting part of our show. After this, we'll have the dancing bears. What's the best deal you guys have seen today? Anything that makes you guys excited? Oh. So, speaking of good deals. Harbor Freight, all this month, click type torque wrenches, 1/2 inch, 3/8, and 1/4 inch, $12. I had the 1/2 inch. I can't find it. I've got the Icon 1/2 inch, but it's the big one. You can't see how big my hands are. It's the big one. And I think I want to get the smaller one, so I'm actually planning to get all 3 of those. All right. Sandhill Shooter, how's it going? Nebraska in the house. Man, I love the Sandhills. It's so beautiful out there. All right, Briggs & Stratton air compressors. That's the first one. Oh, I haven't checked inventory on it yet. And, $19, quantity 5. This is in Fayetteville, Georgia. All right, who's in Fayetteville, Georgia? Which one of you is this? I just checked inventory on all your stuff, you buggers. Well, you can get it in Fayetteville, Georgia. Nobody likes you, Fayetteville. Oh, we got quantity 3, $19. Ford Apache. I want it just for the tank. Is that $12 deal for the torque wrenches at Harbor Freight for the Icons? No, it's for the basic Pittsburgh, not even Pittsburgh Pro, just the basic Pitts. I'll show it to you again. There's your part numbers: 63882, 63880, 63881. That's the basic Pittsburgh, not even Pittsburgh Pro, but they're decent. I mean, for just around the shop kind of stuff. If you know, people always like, well, they're not accurate enough. Not putting on the space shuttle, and the people who say they're not accurate enough half the times haven't calibrated them and don't take care of them. So they just throw it in a whatchamacallit, in the toolbox, and you can't do that with a torque wrench. All right. So are we still on Fayetteville? We're still on Fayetteville. Limited stock, $13 in Georgia. And for me, $13 in stock, 3 of them. Yeah, I don't see me buying that at what is that, $13? I don't see. Costco 2-in-1 aluminum ladder in Georgia. Limited stock for $17 at the Walmart Supercenter. That's a deal, man. We'll come back to Vegas on that one. Hyper Tough in Georgia, $17. This is never in stock near me. Stockbridge might have it. Limited stock is a definite maybe on having it. Stanley, not available in your area. Take that. Yeah, it is cheaper than Harbor Freight. Leatherman, limited stock in Fayetteville for $7 for a Leatherman. That is a screaming deal. Hyper Tough in Georgia, $6 quantity 2 at the Lithonia, Georgia, on the Mall Parkway, 8424. If you know what, that'd be a good set to like throw in the truck or something. I mean, because at $6, Christmas. You got any young guys or young women who think they're handy? It looks like you got a 1/2 inch, a 3/8, and a 1/4 inch. Man, it's worth it just for the sockets. Or the ratchets, not much, and the socket. That's a screaming deal. So let's see what else we got here. All right. Generator, not in Georgia. Stanley, $134. That's $1 off. That's a non-deal if I ever heard one. Hyper Tough, out of stock. Not surprised. Every time I've looked at that one, it's been out of stock. Matrix, out of stock. Tape measure, out of stock. Briggs & Stratton, $149. That is not the sale price that I was promised. Ah. Damn it. I should have known I was doing that. Come on. I was cutting and pasting in the same dang zip code. All right, the Works. Limited stock, $15. This thing is great for ripping down sheet stock, man. $15. You want to use, you can, you know, the thing is, that blade is small enough that if you freehand it, it's actually fairly easy to keep a straight-ish line. But you're still going to get a slight waver to it. But if you clamp a straight edge down, it just hot knife through butter. The thing is, when the blade is that small, it doesn't need as big a motor to spin it faster. So it just puts high RPM with low torque, and it just uses the speed, and it's left cutting. So for us right-handers, you can actually see the blade as you cut. That is, I would buy one of those in a heartbeat at that price. That is not a Kershaw knife. It's $5 though. The Hyper Tough mag is out of stock. Of course it is. Of course it is. And the last one for Georgia is the inflator. Limited stock, $25. That's half price. All right, now we'll check for Vegas here. All right. That's a Vegas. We got $19 on that one. $13, I'm not buying that. $17, but limited. Look at all that limited stock. I already have a little giant ladder, so. Hey, Steven, how's it going? You're catching us at the end. I'm sorry. I'm about to wrap things up here. Hyper Tough rolling tool chest. Hyper Tough cup caddy. Is that an April Fool's joke? Anyway. None in my area on this. $5. That's not a bad price. I'm not going to make a special trip for $5, but that's not a bad price. Leatherman, out of stock in my area. Nobody likes you, Georgia. $50 for me. What was it? $6 in Georgia on that set. Generator, out of stock. Stanley, $134. Nobody likes you, Stanley. Pressure washer, out of stock. Matrix, out of stock. $5 at the Apache. I'm going to be going by there later today. I'll take a look at that one. Briggs & Stratton, $149. No thank you. Works. Gah! I was really hoping that they would have that at that price where I live. I've been wanting to play around with that thing. Just so quick and easy to rip down sheet stock with it. Yeah, I do. I got to get going for the meeting. I'm just going to wrap up these last ones. Out of stock. $25. Well, there you have it. I lose on that one, but I can't complain after getting all those Cobalt deals. So anyway, you guys got the inside scoop on how the whole Cobalt thing works. I'm going to do a whole other video on that here shortly. Probably on Saturday I'll do a video on it, on the whole thing. Anyway, sorry, Steven. Yeah, I got a meeting at 11 and it's halfway across town, so I got to get going. Get the Hyper Tough bag, put all your good tools in it. That's too funny. All right, you guys take care, and as always, shine on. Hey, and also, if this works out, I'm thinking about making this a regular thing. Let me know what you guys think. Anyway, take care, guys. We'll talk to you soon.